Above the 632 things you're known for is, of course, your Ask Demetria Q&A situation on Ask.fm and across social media. For those who have not gotten into it, people come to you with all kinds of ridiculous and complex shit. And the good thing is that you keep it all the way real with your replies, and I love you for that. So,
Thank you.
for those unfamiliar, how did your Ask Demetria Q&A situation get started?
So when my first book, A Belle in Brooklyn, came out in 2011, the idea was to start a book club of sorts. And people could go to Ask FM and they could ask me questions about the book, details that I left out of my writing process or something like that.
Mm.
So, I announced the book and I was doing a marketing campaign and people asked me about the book for all of 7 days, if that. And then all the questions were about like, so I have this relationship issue. I was like, oh.
Well, Jerry, my sister is dating my father. And yeah.
Okay, I was just here to talk about the book, but I guess I can help since I wrote a dating advice book.
Mm-hmm.
But that's how it came to be. And, I've had several reiterations of the Ask FM and I've done it on different platforms, but I've answered like 60,000 questions
Damn.
since 2011. And yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah, I 60,000. That just sounds unfathomable. But you got to do the work.
Yes.
Yes, 60,000 is a whole lot. Would there happen to be, or can you recall like any most memorable or most scandalous or like something that people always come back to you about, or what happened to this person, or are there any things stand out in your mind?
The biggest standout, and people always ask about this guy, and I can't remember the name that we had for him on the site, unfortunately, but he wrote in to say that he lived with his girlfriend and she complained that he hadn't taken the trash out. So he took the trash out, and as he was moving the trash, he heard something rattling. So he went in the trash and he found her birth control pills, her unused birth control pills. And he was like, oh, hell no, because he was like, I was the one that said, I don't want to use condoms anymore when you moved in. And she was like, well, you need to, participate in, our birth control situation.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to pay for the birth control. And he was like, I make more money than her. I'm in a good place. She's in school. I will pay for your birth control because I'm the one that suggested the no condom. So she was fine. But then she stopped taking the birth control. So he goes and confronts her and it's like WTF, why are you not taking this birth control? Why are you throwing out the birth control pills? And she was like, yeah, I'm 4 months pregnant. Yeah.
Gasp.
Yes. Gasp indeed. So there was nothing to be done. I mean, she was 4 months. But she was going through some issues. Like her mother had passed away. She felt like she didn't have any family. So she wanted to have a baby.
Needed that baby.
Yeah.
What was your advice to him?
My advice, God, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, well, just looking back, what would you say in that kind of situation?
I told him to, take some time, and because he was like, I'm not like a beat her ass type of chick, that type of dude, but like, I really like, because you took my choice away from me. And he was like, I feel like I did what I was supposed to do. Like, I paid for the birth control. I didn't put it all off on you. I was involved. Like, I thought you were taking it. Like, how was I supposed to know? I told him to take a couple of days off and go to his mom's house because he was pissed. And I was like, you can't beat her. Like, that's not an option, no matter how much you are. And they had talked about, they were both very young, but they had talked about building a life together. And I was like, that this doesn't mean that you marry her, but this is your responsibility. Mm-hmm. And even if you decide that you don't want to be with her, because I could completely understand how you could walk away from this situation because you feel deceived, you still have to take care of the kid. At the end of the day, like whether it was a right way or you were deceived or you were tricked or misled or whatever else, like the child is on the way and it's your child. So, it is a risk you run when you have sex with someone, which a lot of people don't like to.
This is true. This is true. That is one, if you're running up in them, you got to be ready to co-parent. Worst case scenario, you got to.
Like condoms break, birth control, even, used effectively, it's supposed to be 99%, but, it fails. So.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's heavy.
Yeah.